Hey, my name is Jay, and welcome back to another episode of Doujin Drops. This is episode 6, and I'm here with my co-host.
Yeah, I'm T, and sorry for the long absence. There was a lot of life events that happened.
Right, and most of them weren't really pleasant. Luckily, we're back, and hopefully we'll be back to our regular weekly schedule. So, let's start with whatever fucking bullshit went on in your life, man. What's going on, T?
Well, just still trying to find a job, and in this market, it's kind of like that thing we were like, oh, we're hiring. Or like, all right, but they're like, not you though. You're like, what? Or more along the lines of, we need 3 to 5 years of experience. We need 3 to 5 years experience, entry level. And you're like, that's not entry level, sir.
They need 3 to 4 years experience, but they want to pay you entry level.
Yeah,
that sounds about right. Yeah, well, I mean, look, with me, it was actually the opposite. I actually found a job. Unfortunately, that job took me away from home for
you basically in Pirate Kansas the entire time.
Yeah.
No. Wait. Actually, explain to me, man. You told me this story before. Explain to me, how was your trip going to Pirate Kansas, and tell me about the hotel experience, the finest hotel experience you had at Pirate Kansas.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys know that was actually like one of the most horrible fucking road trips I ever took. Essentially, to cut long story short, I found a job. Unfortunately, it was out of state. I had to travel all the way to Arkansas. On the way there, I had to stop by, not really stop by, I had to drive by this. It's like the most horrible fucking town I've ever been at. It's not even a town, it's more like a village. It was like a village so remote. Dude, it felt like it was forgotten by God. And unfortunately, I feel like, it's just such a small village with just like one little main avenue where all the cars go through. Unfortunately, that was a major speed trap. I think the speed limit was like 60, but going over this hill and entering the town, it just dropped. Like, I know there was another speed limit sign. I must have missed it because I wasn't familiar with the area. But all of a sudden, I found myself on a 22 or 20 mile an hour speed limit zone, and I'm going 60, and there's a cop already waiting for me.
Oh.
And I did not like that experience with that officer. It's like it was a one-horse town. Jesus. He pretty much didn't even check my driver's license. He just told me to get out of the car. Pretty much threatened to take me to jail, and then just gave me a ticket. I'm assuming it's like a scare tactic.
I guess
they use just for you to be grateful and pay the ticket. But nah, I wasn't having that, and I just ended up getting a lawyer.
Dude, that's like also the time when you basically told me that, like, if you drive like a certain mile over a speed limit, they think you're like a madman.
Well, yeah, because coming from where we're from, the speed limit's more like, what's the speed limit out here, like 75?
Yeah, 75, 80, but you can go like 10, 20 miles over
an
hour.
You can go 10. Yeah, you can go like, I wouldn't say 20, more like 10, maybe 15. You're pushing your luck at 15 over the speed limit, and cops out here don't really care. Out there though, you're going
5 miles over the speed limit.
Yeah, they think you're a fucking maniac. You're like a menace to society, and you must be stopped. Fortunately, I mean, this officer caught me going way over 20. Realistically, he could have taken me to jail.
Yeah.
But I mean, he just gave me a ticket. I mean, I just pretended to be stupid, which I kind of was. I mean, I wasn't familiar with that area.
Okay. And yes, Jay, you also told me that, once you got to Pirate Kansas, you were like, let me find a hotel, right? How'd that go for you?
Oh yeah, that was actually another horrible experience. There was apparently a big job going on around there. I don't know, I guess it was like a bunch of contractors going in there, so I could not find a cheap hotel because this is also it wasn't a small town, but it also wasn't a mid-sized town. It was kind of like in between small and mid-sized. They only had like 3 to 4, I guess you could say, budget hotels or motels.
Yeah.
That's really what you want, because you don't want anything too fancy. And unfortunately, all of them were taken up. So what I ended up having to do is I had to stay at a Hilton, which they're not cheap. No matter what brand of Hilton hotel it is, it's not cheap. I was paying like $800 a week. And after that first week, I was like, I can't stay in here. I'm pretty much just paying to live out here.
So the clown hotel, right?
I could. Yeah, man. I mean, I had to find accommodations in another place, it's like a little smaller town. It was like a 45-minute drive out from this town. And I mean, it went from 800 to like 295 a week, which I still feel like it's expensive. If you're paying more than $800 a month, you might as well just get an apartment. But I didn't know how long I was gonna be out there.
Yeah.
And there was this. I mean, I liked it because I'm thinking, okay, I should be good because I have this like really budget-friendly place, like, you know, compared to $800. Like, I should be fucking screaming and saying hallelujah for finding this cheaper place. And I actually didn't mind the drive. The drive was actually quite peaceful. Like, you'd be going through these woods and hills and stuff, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
The thing that got me questioning my decision to stay out there is the hotel owner. So picture this. It was this like, at first he was a friendly fellow. He was just, you know, your random Indian motel manager. And I'm thinking he was just a front desk guy, or, you know, just a guy in the office. But apparently, I'm assuming, I don't know if it's to be like he's trying to be a Mr. Krabs and being a cheapskate or something, but he also cleans the rooms. He's also the housekeeper.
Okay.
Which I didn't find out. I mean, I guess he's saving a couple of bucks by not hiring somebody, but, you know, he's also going around the rooms cleaning and doing maintenance and stuff. I guess he's also the maintenance guy, because the weird part was, one night I'm sitting in my room. Now, I just got off of work, so I want to take a shower.
Yeah.
So I pretty much take everything off, and I'm in my underwear in this motel room in Arkansas, southern Arkansas. And then all of a sudden, I hear a knock on the door. I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, nobody should be looking for me, or, you know, I'm not expecting any delivery guys or anything. So
yeah,
I go up to the door and I just yell out, who is it? Apparently, it was the owner of the motel. He said he wanted to go in to change a light bulb in the bathroom, and the bathroom lights worked fine. I guess it was just I didn't really check if the light by the mirror, you know, when you wash your hands and shit, I didn't know if that one worked or not. So I was like, okay, just give me a minute. I'm not properly dressed.
All right.
And then he opened the door. And I was like, hey, dude, what the fuck? He's like, no, it's okay. He looked at me. He's like, it's fine. Bro, I was pissed. So this man pretty much just barged into my room.
Were you more pissed, or were you more like just baffled?
I was baffled at first. Obviously, you're baffled at first. You're like the audacity of this man of coming into my room when I'm not, you know, I'm in my garments.
Yeah.
It's like the audacity of this man. And he just goes to the bathroom, changes the light bulb, and I'm thinking, okay, he's just gonna go switch the light bulb and leave. I mean, I'm a guy. I mean, I don't really care, you know.
Yeah.
As long as he does it quick and leaves and not mention it to anybody, I should be fine. Then he comes out of the bathroom. He's like, okay, it works fine. And I'm like, okay, great, leave, because I'm still in my fucking underwear. And he proceeds to try to make small talk with me. And at this point, I was like, ah, man, what did I get myself into? And he just tries to make small talk with me, and I'm trying to get him to leave. And then eventually, I guess he finally got tired of trying to make small talk with me. So he then proceeds to like leave, and I'm like, well, at least thanks for changing the light bulb. And I'm trying to like I extend my hand to shake his hand.
Yeah.
He then proceeds to like cuddle me.
He hugs
literally
you.
hugs me, and he's like cuddling, like in a cuddling way. And I'm like, I kind of like pushed him off, and I'm like, dude, you need to leave now.
You're like, I am the confused.
Just slammed the door on him. I just slammed the door on him, and I'm like, I need to find another place to stay. I'm not staying with this fucking weird dude.
Oh yeah, then the next day you told me, you know, he knocked on the door again. You're like, okay, what's up? And he's all like,
the next day. Okay, eventually what happened was the next day I come home from work. Fortunately, I asked around my workplace if there's like any other place I could stay. They're like, nope. So I was like, fuck, I'm gonna have to either find another place in this town, or I'm gonna have to just stay out here. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe if I don't interact with this man, I should be fine. I get there, and then the next day he starts knocking on my door. And I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, hey, so like, I heard you're staying over here at this job. And I'm like, how the fuck did you know that? Well, apparently some of the guests were also going to the same place where I was, like, to work. And he was like, is there, he just starts making small talk with me. And he's like, so do you have anybody from that job, that place that you're working at that would like to stay here? And I'm like, yes, I do have one, but I'm going to have to get his name and number first. I'll get back to you with that. He's like, okay. I'm thinking that's it. But then he proceeds to then make more small talk with me. And then the creepiest thing he said to me was,
you got a girlfriend?
So, you got a girlfriend?
And you're like, yes, I do. Lies.
But just disclaimer, I don't have one. But I felt obligated to tell him that I did. For my own safety.
For your own safety, like, yes, I do.
Yeah, I was like, I have one, I have a girlfriend, and I dearly miss her so much right now.
Oh, crap. I do think about it, man, like, at least you got out of there, you're all good, it could be worse. It could be, like this gas shortage that we have, quote-unquote air quotations. Funny thing is, there was no gas shortage, and then, like, the Americans are like, hey, you know what? There's no gas shortage. We're going to create our own.
People just blew it out of proportion.
No, because I was pouring gas.
Kind of a circus.
I was pouring gas the other day, and I saw this, like, lady, right? You know those, like, plastic containers, right? That you use to, like, I guess, like, store stuff or, like, put your laundry in, I guess.
Yeah.
So she has one of those, like, plastic containers you buy from,
like a plastic bin.
Yeah, like, she has, like, those plastic bins from Walmart, right? And I'm all like, okay, cool. And all of a sudden, she pours gas in her car. Then I think that's it. I'm pouring gas. I'm just minding my own business. I glance over again, and she takes out, two of those like bins and just starts filling them up. I'm like, isn't that kind of?
We don't even have a gas shortage out here. It's more like in Georgia and South Carolina, where that's the people that took that out of proportion.
I don't know, man. All I know is that like that's going down right now, and I saw that. I seen it with my own eyes, and I'm all like, I don't like where this is going, but okay, and then like you said, it goes away, it went away, so like we're kind of fine right now. But yeah, this nice experience you had over there.
It wasn't nice at all, man. I mean, it was in the middle of nowhere. It was in the boonies. Surprisingly, I had good cell phone service out there.
If it makes you feel better, man, like I was eating spaghetti last night, some nights ago. Sitting there eating it. It was good spaghetti. Good ass spaghetti, Sat there, put on a little napkin on my shirt to prevent the sauce from spilling. Ate it. Midway eating it, some sauce flinged on me. And I was like, I was thinking to myself, I'm Gucci. I have a big ass napkin on me. No. The sauce landed on the spot that the napkin was not covering. And I just looked at my shirt. I was like, wow.
You're the only person I know that actually puts a napkin on your shirt before he eats spaghetti.
I'm wearing a white shirt. I don't want to stain my shirt.
I mean, even if I have a white shirt, I still eat it. I mean, if I get stained, then no.
You are a dirty motherfucker.
How the fuck is that being dirty, dude? We don't live in the ye old days where everybody put a napkin on his fucking shirts. I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that except you. Well, then again, we're not really big on Italian food out here, so, Well, tell me, what's the best thing you've seen this season so far?
The thing is, man, anime that I've seen, best anime I've seen so far, or just watch.
Well, this season, because that's actually another thing.
Yeah, season so far. Well, to be honest, you and I both watched it already. Nagatoro. Don't bully me, Nagatoro. It's nice.
No, yes, I mean that first episode. I didn't really read the manga. I'm just gonna put that disclaimer out there. I know you did.
Very good.
So you kind of already know what happens, throughout the course, how shit's gonna.
Yeah, but seeing it animated is great.
In that first episode, yeah, but seeing it animated is nice and all. But since I didn't read the manga, and I watched the anime we're watching it on a weekly basis. I saw that first episode and I'm like, wow, she's a big bitch. She made that dude cry
Twice.
like
Twice
in the first episode.
And she wiped away that man's tears like, hey senpai, it's okay, don't cry.
Yeah, and then I'm like, am I really gonna enjoy this? I mean, luckily it got better. It got a lot better like as it went, but man, that first episode left a really big sour taste in my mouth.
It got better though, like you can't lie though. Her the faces they make and the like animation is hilarious.
I mean, I think the funniest thing about that whole show is Nagatoro's friends.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, they don't reveal her fourth friend until, because she has like 3 other friends, and the only 2 friends you see is, the long Gamo, and then the big titty.
I mean,
they're kind of all big titty, like, except Nagatoro. So like, there's that. But like, it gets better, and then Nagatoro gets better as a person, and I just like how is, man? How'd you like that 6th episode, the latest episode? You like that? I liked it.
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. I like how
Nekotaro.
It was more, yeah, Nekotaro. Oh, that was actually pretty good.
I'm the demon. Oh, I'm the demon. Oh, and you're like, no, please, wakes up.
Not only that, but we also had the beach episode all in one.
He stepped on it. And he's like, oh no, please don't step on me. And I'm thinking like when he.
I feel like that was weird, man. I was like,
here's the thing. When he was getting stepped on, and then he was getting stepped on by the other 2 girls too, right? And he's like, oh, and then they basically used up all of the freaking like suntan, the sunscreen, right? I was thinking in my mind, like, damn. You know what, senpai? There'll be dudes out there that would kill for the position that you're in right now. They'd be like, yeah, step on me, my queen. It's like it's like you're getting stepped on by the 3 daughters of Resident Evil.
I mean, I didn't see it that way. The thing I saw was, not only was it weird, but I'm also thinking, wow, at least he won't get sunburned.
Oh, he did. It's like,
because they used the whole bottle on
it's the thick layer of it. It's a thick ass layer of sunscreen.
He reminds me of SpongeBob. When he couldn't get a tan, so he put like caramel over him.
I think
to make himself look tan.
Yeah,
that's. And he had that shiny coat all over him. Yeah, that's really what it felt like. I'm like, ugh.
No, dude, remember this, man. At least Senpai wasn't on Jackass, because I remember an episode of Jackass when they gave like sunscreen to Johnny Knoxville. They filled the sunscreen up with like horse semen, and like they mixed it in with that. So when he started rubbing the sunscreen all over it, he's like, "Why is it so stringy?" And that's when after like a couple hours, they're like, "Yeah, that's horse semen." He's all like, "Bruh."
Well. That's fucking disgusting, but looking back at it, you do realize that horse semen is like one of the most expensive liquids on Earth.
I mean, dude, it's Jackass, man. I think they can afford that. Like, money is not an object to them.
It's just how they throw that money around baffled me back in the day. I mean, I didn't know about horse semen until like later on in life, but
imagine yourself at 3 a.m.
Thinking back to it, that's a lot of money.
Imagine yourself at 3 a.m. like looking up like horse semen. Like, how do you buy it? How much does it cost? How much to buy it? How much?
No, like the way I saw it was on my YouTube recommendation list. It was.
Yeah, why?
I'm subscribed to, I think it was Business Insider, and they have this show called "Why Is It So Expensive?"
Oh, okay.
Like they talk about random shit that why is it expensive, and then one of them just so happened to be horse semen.
Oh, okay. I
thought liquid on Earth.
I thought YouTube had like you watch some other YouTube videos and like they somehow the YouTube algorithm is like, hey man, hey Jay, you want to look at some horse semen? You naughty boy.
But I don't know, man. I gotta say, I was actually really looking forward to this anime season, but now that it's here, I kind of miss the old one. I don't know about you. I don't know if that's how you feel, because I was thinking the second season of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid was going to come out this season, and it didn't. Instead, we got Mini Dragon.
I don't like Mini Dragon.
Which gave me flashbacks to
Higehiro Camp.
When instead of having the second season of Yuru Camp, we had Higehiro Camp.
Oh my god, don't even talk about that.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing with Mini Dragon. It's like, I don't know why the show creators were like, you know what fans would really like instead of that second season? Let's give them 3-minute episodes of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid just doing random lol shit.
And you're like, no, why? Oh, there's another thing too. Yuru Camp Season 2, end it for me, and like there is a void in my heart. I just can't.
Oh no, like when Yuru Camp season 2 ended, don't get me wrong, I was actually pretty fucking sad too. There was like a big void in my heart. But I was happy when they announced that they were making a video game for the PlayStation.
The VR?
Yuru Camp. Yeah,
No,
I think it's VR.
they have it on Steam right. They have it on Steam right now, and like my friend actually.
Oh wait, is it like a Japanese only, or is it like
no? It's
like English translated.
It's translated. It's just that like it's in it's in VR, right? And you get to play. You see, so far you play. I think you play either as Rin or Nadeshiko, right? However, the bad part about it, like I read the reviews, right? And I was thinking maybe these guys are just crabs, you know, they just don't like it because it's, you know, it's a, you know, it's an anime game, right? Or some shit like that. Because you know how anime games are very hit or miss depending on like the context, right? So the thing,
yeah.
So the thing is, my friend played it and he told me straight up, it's one of those games where like, you know, you kind of want to get it on sale because like it is a hefty price. You know, I think it's like around like I think it's around $20 or more, right? And he told me that like he bought it because he loved Yuru Camp, right? He has the VR, he has a little Oculus Rift, right? Played it, and and don't get me wrong, he said he enjoyed his time that he had playing the game. However, he said that it's not.
Wait, do you need an Oculus Rift to actually play that?
No, you can get any other VR if you want to. But it's just that like he told me that like it's too short. Like he beat in 100% of the game like in 30 minutes. Like it's really not that long, you know? And he said that for the price they're asking for, it's really not worth it because there's not much content for it, you know? Like he felt like because there's 2 versions of the game and it's like at different campsites in Japan that they visited in the anime. However, it's too short, you know? So it's kind of like one of those things where like, you know, if it's on sale and, you know, you're like, you know what, I have money to burn, I'm just going to play it and I can just experience it, then do it. But if you don't get the game full price, though, it's kind of not worth it.
Well, when they announced the Yuru Camp game, like after the anime finished, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty salty. Like it made me feel bad for being a console peasant. And now I kind of want to get a computer, but it's a VR, and I don't know, man. Like I'm still iffy on VR.
Hey, man, think about this, man. If you're not into that, remember, man. Let's be honest here, man. Yuru Camp is not as popular in the West as it is in Japan. Like, first, you know, because apparently I guess people in the West don't like camping as much, right? Or something like that. Or I'm not.
Well, I just feel like the campsites out here kind of suck. Well,
it's dangerous.
Especially in the South.
I don't want to get yeeted by. I don't want to get yeeted by mountain lion. Have you heard mountain lion scream? They sound like a woman getting mauled to death. It's like a death cry. I'm like, oh my god, like, oh, dude, there were even mountain lions on the freaking walking trail when I was walking on the trail in California. I was like, why do I hear? I heard some women screaming. I'm like, what's going on here? It's like Ted Bundy like got revived or something. What the hell? And all of a sudden, you know, and it wasn't until like, you know, at the end of the trail I was walking, like there was a sign that says "Be wary of mountain lions." I'm like, wow, you know, there's bears too and other stuff.
I'm actually surprised you actually went trailing. You never told me about that.
I went training. That was the only time I went training because I'm like, I'm good because like I felt like I was being watched the entire time I was walking. Like I had that gut feeling. I'm like, is someone watching me? I don't know. Like, you know, like I didn't know for sure 100%, but like, you know, you get that feeling. You're like, you feel like you're not alone, you know? So I was like, nope, never again, you know? So, but yeah, but like there's that too, man. It's more dangerous to camp in the U.S. And then, you know, the U.S. campsites are like not as they're very hit or miss. They're either very good, well maintained, or not maintained. And then after that, you know, I don't want to get Ted Bundy, so like, you know, there's that too, you know. Like Japan isn't like like Japan is not void of crime, but you know it is safer than the U.S. So you know.
Right. Well, I mean, it just goes to show that I mean in the anime, apparently everybody just thought it was okay for them to go camping by themselves.
Exactly, dude. When I saw Ren camping by herself, I'm like, bruh, I do not. If I was a female and I was camping by myself, I would not feel safe, man. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe it's just a mentality we have here in America. I mean, maybe over there it's okay.
Maybe it's different.
But then again, it is an anime, so it's a work of fiction.
I mean,
in the anime world, it's like perfectly sunshine and rainbows all the time. But you never know. Maybe in real life Japan, it's probably different.
It's probably safer.
We'll never know.
And also, if you think
we'll never know unless we go there.
Also, if you think about it, like, you know, where the anime was taking place, right? There was a shit ton of like camping, a shit ton of camping spots, right? and then like things to do along the way. While we were at, it's kind of like not. It's not ideal, It's not very ideal to do that. But the thing is, the point I was getting to is that like you might not like the VR game, but like there's a lot of Yuru Camp merchandise, like Yuru Camp, like themed camping gear. You're like come from tents to like the little like
yeah, I know they have the headscarf and the beanies.
Headscarf, beanies, clothes, even the machetes are like Yuru Camp theme, like the little natas, right, and all that, right? And the freaking even like I told you, man, Yamaha, right? Limited time only. They made a recreation of Rin's like moped or a motorcycle, right? And that sold out quick, right? And people, Yuru Camp enthusiasts actually meet up like often, on their mopeds and just like with the Yuru Camp stuff, just to meet up and like camp and just have a great time and stuff like that. It's very popular over there, man. You have cooking gear too. It's
yeah, because like I know they have what do they call them? I know it's like a feel good genre, and Yuru Camp is like the king of that genre. You know how we have isekai? I know they have like its own terminology. I'm gonna have to find that out later. But I know they have their own terminology for feel good anime. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Yuru Camp's the king of that. I mean, there's also Super Cub.
Oh, Super Cub is basically.
I don't know why people keep comparing that to Yuru Camp, because I feel like that's the opposite.
Dude, Super Camp.
I feel like they're trying. You mean Super Cub?
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, Super Cub. I said Super Camp. No, but Super Cub is basically just Yuru Camp with 100% depression, because like that's basically what it is. Like I know you.
Yeah, so it's not really a feel good anime, which is why I say it's like the anti Yuru Camp.
Well, it's like it is a feel. I think it's kind of like more of a coming of age anime, and like it's not like. Okay, like you watched 3 episodes of it. I caught up with it, right? The thing is that like she let's be honest, man. Her parents are dead. Like, they stayed on episode 1. She lives alone, right? And she goes to some.
Even that they're dead. She's more like an orphan at that point, because she has no family,
no friends.
Like her parents died, no friends, no relatives. I'm like, damn.
And like she's going to some like butt fuck country like in the middle of nowhere type of like school, right? And she does meet friends along the way that that share like her motorcycle passion, right? And but the thing is all like the thing is all like.
Oh, I see the train in the background.
I hear the train. Choo choo.
Choo choo, motherfucker.
Anyways, though, the thing is though, Jay, is that like with Super Cub, right? The lame part about it is like it's like Yuru Camp, because it's kind of cute girls doing cute things, but like with Super Cub, there's not much anime like emotions in that thing. Okay, you know how like in Yuru Camp the eyes popped out, or they make those like faces in Nagatoro and stuff like that, right? There's none of that. There's like none of that. It's kind of like very normal. It's very like normal, right? And the thing is like there's a lot of depression in there, and like, but they teach you some things about motorcycles, but they teach you about the Super Cub itself. The thing is, Super Cub is not that popular in the US. Outside the US, it's like hella popular, But
well, yeah, because out here we care about power and how much CC a fucking bike makes, and like for people out here in America, it's more of an electric. Not really electric. It's more like a motorized bicycle.
Yeah, it's kind of like out here. It's kind of like more of Harleys and Indian motorcycles than anything, But like or choppers and other stuff like that. But like, yeah, like I feel like if I ride a moped or like anything close to a Super Cub, I'm just gonna get jumped.
And then you ain't gonna get jumped. You're probably gonna get laughed at.
I'll probably get laughed at. Yeah, it's not there's not that mentality out here. But like. For the acceptance of the Super Cup, but like the anime, in my opinion, man, it is nice to watch, but it's not like you said, it's not like a feel good anime. Like it has its moments, but like it's a bit depressing. Like it's one of those animes I do not want to recommend my friends like too much if they're looking for a feel like jumping from Yuru Camp to something else. You gotta match that happiness, and like Super Cup does not match that happiness, man.
Right, and that's why I think it's like the anti-Yuru Camp. If Yuru Camp's the Justice League, then Super Cub's like the Legion of Doom, because it's just depressing to watch.
Oh no,
don't get me wrong. I feel like if it wasn't as depressing, then it probably could have been great. But it's like you said, maybe feel good isn't really what the creators of Super Cub are trying to make. It's like you said, it probably must be more of a coming of age story.
You know what's another good anime that's like that can like scratch your Yuru Camp itch? You ever watch Encouragement of the Climb?
No. Oh, the rock climbing anime?
Yeah, the rock. The thing is, like, it's very, it's very few. It's a very feel good anime, right? And here's how much seasons it has: 4 fucking seasons, Jay. 4, and I think it's still going. You know, like I think they're ready to like give another season because like that manga's still going, like it's going strong. You know, so I'm like I just feel like give that a try. You know, if you want some like cute girls doing cute things, hell, you might even do rock climbing. I don't like I don't want to do rock climbing because I don't want to die by gravity or like get like the hills have eyes.
Well, I don't want to do rock climbing because I'm overweight and lazy, and it feels like a lot of work to do.
You feel like the cable might snap.
You need a lot of, it feels like you need a lot of upper body strength for that, which you do.
Well, I'm a scrawny guy, so like there's not much to be pulling up here.
Well then maybe that's my reason to not watch that anime. I mean, I guess I'll give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot. Feel
if
good.
anything, I'm trying to wait for the Yuru Camp movie, which is allegedly gonna come out sometime.
Is it gonna come out in theaters or is it gonna come out like
well,
for
it's
us?
a movie, so it's gonna it's a movie, so it's gonna come out in theaters. It's just I don't know if it's gonna get a Western release like the
Demon Slayer movie.
Like the Demon Slayer movie, it may not. I don't really know. It's like you said, Yuru Camp isn't as popular here in the West, which I don't know, man. I feel like it's a mixed bag, man. Like I've seen a lot of people talk about it when the first season came out.
Yeah.
Not a lot of noise when the second one came out.
The second one was really good. The music, they had more, they had more like character development, more characters, being in the fray. The animation improved, obviously improved.
I feel like the reason why maybe there wasn't a lot of noise regarding the second one is because the first one they were actually teaching you how to camp. The second one it was more of an adventure.
Well, if you think about it,
they weren't really teaching you like techniques or anything, which there isn't.
They were teaching some techniques, but like by the time season 2 happened,
you how to they were teaching you like how to not like instead of dried pine cones, you can just make this wood stick really really thin, and you can use that the shave. You can use the wood shavings as to start. Fire.
Yeah, but like by the time you watch season 2, they're gonna assume that you already watched season 1, and like they did teach you some like camping like techniques in season 2, but not as much because the girls already are almost established campers. Like they're not like veterans, but they have more experience by that point.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, they almost froze to death in that fucking lake.
I know, but as a learning experience, did they die?
Yeah.
No, they didn't.
No, but just damn, like I'm kind of thinking back to it. I don't know why I brought that up because now I'm just having these really. I'm thinking, oh my god, they're gonna make a hentai out of that, like a manga out of that.
Oh no, please, man!
That scene, and it's not gonna be.
It's not gonna be vanilla.
It's not gonna be vanilla. So
they're like, hey, no, I don't even want to think about it anymore.
You know what? Yeah, I don't want to think about it anymore. Let's move on.
How about Higehiro? Did you brush into that?
No, I can't say I have.
So let me.
The only anime I'm watching this season is Nagatoro. I'm watching it and pieces of Mini Dragon. I'm watching Koikimo, but I kind of dropped that because that guy just does not take no.
Oh, you mean the one where like it's kind of like there's that older dude and he's like he likes that high school girl, but he's kind of like very 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 aggressive, right? On her, right?
Yeah, he's very pushy on her.
Yeah, that guy gives me like creeper vibes. I mean, he's like he's not like old. He's not like middle age old, but like he's still kind of like there's a gap between him and her. But he's just like he does not take no for an answer. I'm like, dude, this is. I mean, there are funny moments in there, but I'm like, this is kind of creepy, man. Like the guy's like too pushy, Now, in contrast to Higehiro, right, which is basically like
the opposite.
The opposite, where like the guy does not like The premise of Higehiro, everyone, is basically there's a runaway high school girl, right? She's like 17, right? And she's basically she's staying with this office worker. The office worker's like, I don't know, like 20. He's like 24, 25ish, right? And the girl's like 17. And the thing is like she admitted that like she went all the way. I think she came all the way from Saitama all the way to Tokyo, right? But in order to like get there, she had to sleep her way up there, sleep her way like, up into this point. However, he's all like, the office worker, he just got past like a breakup, right? He got past not breakup, my bad. He got rejected by his love interest, which is his boss, right? He works at some IT company, okay? And the thing is, I'm thinking, okay, and he doesn't want the sex. He just wants her to like cook a home cooked meal or like clean up his house, right? And she did, right? And he was drunk at that point, but he's like, I don't remember any of this. Like, you can stay, but he takes pity on her, right? And so lets her stay, but only if like she cleans up her act and like clean up the house and blah 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 and all that, right? And the thing is, his friend knows of his situation. He's like, hey man, don't fall in love and all that, right? However, the entire like I watched 3 episodes so far. I'm trying to like catch up with it, right? So far, he's not like making any moves on her, right? Even though
no, because the premise of the anime is, okay, one is trying to fuck a high school girl, and this one's trying to not fuck.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, he's their relationship is more not along the lines of like romantic interest, but it's almost like a father figure and a daughter. You get me? Like he's trying to like he's trying to teach her like life lessons, and it's like it's very sweet. Like if you get past that age gap, because like he's not really romancing her, because like what pisses me off about the anime, Jay, is that like, so he got the entire reason he's so sad, he's got rejected by the boss lady, right? They're working for this big titty boss lady, right? Big titty boss lady. Okay. Thing is that
the Yarada kind.
Yeah. Like now she has like an H cup, right? Or H or I cup, right? And the high school girl has like an F cup, right? Basically, they both have they were very well endowed, and like the high school girl is like well endowed for her age, I guess, right? But like the office lady, right? She like the main MC for like years, for 4 years, right? Thing is, like he rejected her, and I'm like, okay then, right? So
I mean, she rejected him.
Yeah, she rejected him, and so he's sad. And then after that, she calls him up again, right? Like, hey, you want to go out for dinner? And he's like, giving this man hope. Like he's basically Hawkeye. He's basically Hawkeye, being a Hawkeye. Don't do that. Don't give me hope, right? Type of shit. And they go out and have dinner, right? And I'm all like, all right, cool. What's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? So I'm all like, well, just she's all like, I see that, you're taking better care of yourself. You're shaving more often. Your clothes are ironed. You're going home you're going home on time. You have a girlfriend. He's all like, where did this come from? And he's all like, well, all those nosy ass girls at work are like, all like spreading rumors and all that and like gossiping. And I want to know. He's like, are you going out with your kohai, right? And he's like, no, I'm not going out with her kohai. She's just my kohai, right? Now, right. And then like, and the freaking, she's like, well, like, I'm just saying, because, it looks like you have a girlfriend, right? He's like, no, I don't have a girlfriend. And he's all like, and the thing is like, he's like, wait, are we still a thing? Or is this the reason for this dinner is like for you to become my girlfriend again? Or like, to accept being my girlfriend? And she's like, no. I'm like, so he's all like, being the Chad that he is, like, the thing is about this anime is the MC's almost like the Uzaki-chan senpai. He's like a lonely Chad.
Right.
Yeah, like, which you're all like, you kind of like, you don't deserve Uzaki-chan at that point. I mean, why are you mean it for? Like, he's angry all the time. It's like he has a dildo up his ass all the time. I don't know. I'm not sure why he's so angry all the time. Like, he's like a chihuahua, You know how chihuahuas are always angry? So, like, by the way, the chihuahua from Yuru Camp, that is a lie. I'm like, chihuahuas are not that, like, not that chill, Anyways, the point I was trying to make is that, like, he's all like, okay, if we're not, like, here to, like, be, like, to you accept my going out invitation, then why are we here? He's like, I'm just nosy, that's it. And they go back to eating. He's like, bruh.
Yeah,
and
she's being a bitch.
Yeah, she's all like, she was actually. He's like, wait, why is my personal life matter to you? And she's like, oh, because I'm your boss and I have to know everything. Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, what? But this is my romantic life. You don't really need to do this. And she's like, well, you asked me how you love me and all that, and then after that, after you got rejected, you got a girlfriend right after that. And he's like, right after. So that kind of tells me about your character that, you know, you really don't really care about me and, you know, blah, 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 and all that. But I'm all like, bruh, you know.
Oh, she's just being a bitch at that point.
No, yeah, you know, to be honest, man, like, she is really being a bitch at this point. Like, I really do not want to, like, I just don't like her character so far. Like, it's just, I just really don't like her. Like, she's giving me very mixed messages, right? And then some people like some people, right, on the forums, right, said that they read up ahead and said that, you know, like, you know, she really does. And the thing is, like, she even says that she has a boyfriend already, you know, that she has a boyfriend already, and she kept it a secret for 4 years. But I'm like, brah, you know. But
I'm surprised somebody would actually keep reading after that, because
here's the thing though, dog. Is all like some people who read up ahead saying that, you know, she's lying, that she doesn't have a boyfriend. She's just testing the MC. But I'm all like, I hope this is a joke, because she's leading this man on. Like, she's testing him to see if he's boyfriend material. I'm like, bruh, you know. And getting back to the Kohai, right? The Kohai that, you know, he's like not seeing, right? The Kohai is like, because like the main MC likes big teddies. Like that's one of his I guess you could say.
Yeah, don't we all? Well.
Yeah, like, yeah, but he likes older mommy ada teddies type of shit, right? The thing is, like, his Kohai, right? He's been with his Kohai for like almost a year or so, right? You know, they help each other out. They have some good chemistry, right? You know, and you know, you can obviously tell that he cares about her and she cares about him, right? And she's kind of sad. Like, one day, you know, she was working overtime because she had to like finish this project, code this project. But you know, he stuck around with her, and you know, he bought her some food from the convenience store, right? And she was all like, "Do you have a girlfriend, senpai?" And he's all like, the main MC's are like, no, I don't. Why? He's like, well, the girl's been saying stuff, and you know, you're more better dressed and all that, and you know, all that, right? And like, you know, and I'm all like, with the interactions they had so far, right? Because, and also some fan art shows them going to the movies. I'm like, dude, like, you know, the Kohai and her are like, you know, they both, they both like, she obviously likes him. He kind of likes her, right? And the chemistry they have between each other are like, you know, Gucci. I'm like, you know, just go out with her, man. But he's all like, he's being a senpai from Uzaki-chan. Yes, get away from me, man. And I'm like, bruh, you know, I'm like, however, Higehiro, it is they have very serious moments, and then they have very wholesome moments. So like, you know, it's not a bad anime. You just got to get past that fact of, you know, he's living with a high school girl, but like, you know, and all that, and like, there's like it's almost like a 7-8 year like gap between them. But in a way though, that he's not really like, you know, gunning for her, right? You know, you get me? So there's that. But like, I liked it because the animation was very nice. You know, it's very wholesome too, and it's like, you know, it's different. It's different from what you usually watch. But like, I can see why people will not want to watch it. You know.
I mean, I just don't want to watch it because it's this high school girl, like, okay, according to synopsis, and you see it in the synopsis, it's this girl trying to seduce this guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's trying to look for like a sugar daddy type of thing, and I'm like, I'm good on that. I'm just gonna give that a pass. I mean, if anything, I'd rather watch Super Cub.
You rather watch?
I'd rather be depressed than that.
Depressed Yuru Camp. Why would you depress Yuru Camp on my motorcycles? Why would you do that to yourself, man? No, but like, yeah, I just say that, you know, people can give it a try, and if they don't like it, they can drop it.
I mean, I guess Super Cub would be like a placeholder for like the actual, like, really good feel-good anime that might come out soon. Demon Girl Next Door Season 2.
Yeah, Demon Girl, yeah.
I'm actually excited for that.
Hey, dude, imagine this, man. At least...
Which, weird thing, I thought it was going to come out this season, but it didn't.
It didn't, yeah. I want more Shamiko. I want my happiness. You know, dude, do you know what one thing I still hold hope for, but it might not happen, is I want a season 2 of Seiko-san. I just want it. I want it.
But then you told me there wasn't that much material to cover.
Not much, yeah, not much. So like, I feel like the dude either has to write more, like, you know, volumes of the manga, right, or like, you know, introduce another character. But you know,
but Senko-san made me feel pretty bad though, and we talked about this on the first episode.
I know, but like, you know, it's the good type of feeling bad, you know.
I mean, feeling bad is feeling bad, man.
I mean, look, it's like the.
I don't think that I don't think there's a good type of depression.
It's you're only depressed because you can't have what he's having. That's that. It's not the depressing where you're like, damn, it's kind of like that hit me hard like a rock type of shit. Oh, but like earlier you mentioned that you watched the Demon Slayer movie. We both watched it together, right? And we watched it both. We watched it dubbed, and it's pretty good. To be honest, like I really didn't mind it.
Well, I feel like the dub got better. Like okay, I know I watched Demon Slayer.
You didn't watch it. You didn't watch it dub. You watched it sub. Because when I watched it with you and my other friend, right?
Yeah, I think you're the one that introduced me to that anime, Demon Slayer, and I think we all went to your house to watch it.
Yeah.
And I think we were watching it dubbed.
This is pre-pandemic, guys. Pre-pandemic, so don't pitchfork cuss yet. So, anyways, we watched it, and it was pretty good. And then it wasn't until Toonami, because I remember the dub came out, and it came out on Toonami first. I watched the dub. The dub was.
Wait, so we were watching it dubbed or subbed?
We were watching it subbed because the dub didn't even come out yet. The dub wasn't even a thing yet, and it was a year later, right? That the dub came out on Toonami, but it was alright. It was very alright. It was very alright. It was just it was very alright. But I felt like as the anime got near the ending of the the first season, right? And I guess the voice actors and actresses they brushed up on their skills and they got better. And it was more apparent during the movie where the dub was you can obviously tell they got they were better than when they started off. But overall though, I already read the manga to that point, right? So a little bit past that point, so I kind of knew what's going to happen. But seeing it animated was different. How'd you feel, man? How'd you feel?
I mean, I liked the anime. I mean, obviously it's a movie, so it was gonna have better animation.
Yeah,
which I really did enjoy. I mean, I actually liked everything about it. I mean, I think it was a pretty good movie. It's just that ending pissed me off.
Okay, before you pissed off,
not a good way to end a movie.
Let's hold that rage off for a moment. Tell me, did you laugh when that bitch hesitated? Hesitation is defeat.
She hesitated for a second.
Got choked out.
And then he got choked out.
It was in the movie where basically they were in the dream world. She's let me go to stab this man's a heart essence or something like that. And he's you hesitated. Choke. Oh, I'm damn. And the funny thing is, he did not let go the entire time. I'm oh.
I mean, he was one of the Hashima, so I'm pretty sure he would have that mental fortitude and everything, because he's the first one to realize he was in a fucking dream. And everybody else took a while. I think what was the MC's name? Tanjiro?
Yeah, Tanjiro, right? Yeah. He recognized it first. He's this is too good,
Well, no, the Hashima.
Oh, the Hashima. Yeah.
Goku.
Yeah,
he realized it first, and then he was second. And the only reason he realized is because Nezuko had buttered herself to drop blood.
Yeah, and then after that, his dream was he was he was meeting his dad and all that, and he was this is weird, then Tanjiro pulled at my heartstrings. I already read it, but I'm it pulled at my heartstrings, the music and all that. I'm ouch, why do he have to do that, man? Now Zenitsu and fuck, what's the boar man's name?
Zenitsu, I think, had the most wholesome dream.
he was dating Nezuko. He's
yay!
To
ship with, Nezuko.
He did.
Yeah, and I thought it was very wholesome. I liked it.
Yeah, he was, and then let me see his Inosuke. Yeah, there's Inosuke. Inosuke is the boarhead guy. His dream was hilarious too. He's hey guys, hey, come on, Inosuke team, let's go. Oh, hey man, okay boss, let's go. We're gonna defeat the train. Woo! That shit was funny. And then whenever those kids went into their dreams, right? That was funny because the girl was in Inosuke's dream. Where the fuck am I? What kind of dream is this?
Yeah, they were all confused. What kind of got me mad about that is whenever they were that one dude that was in Tanjiro's dream, he hesitated because, oh my god, his soul was so pure.
It was so pure. I mean, how did that make you mad, man? I mean, that's in my opinion, that fit.
I mean, it kind of did, but I just felt it was unsuspenseful, I guess, if you know what I mean.
You're thinking the heart of the cards
These guys,
bullshit,
these guys were dead ass going in there to kill them, and then he just decided not to because he had such a pure soul.
I mean, if you think about it, all of them were going to die anyway. All of them either like that kid had tuberculosis, and the other kids were like either orphans or like they were dying. So like I can see why they were tempted.
Yeah, they all wanted to dream forever, like that one train conductor. Which did he die or no?
I think. No.
I know at the end of the movie they were like he saved everyone, but I'm like I think he died because he.
No, because like he went to the dream, but like after they killed that demon, I guess they snapped out of it. Like it's like that meme, snap back to reality. It's like it's like that meme where they're like so you're finally awake.
Oh, from Skyrim.
You're finally awake.
Speaking of which, I know there's this one YouTuber on YouTube doing I think clips of Gargura playing Skyrim, but in the South Park animation. That shit's fucking funny. Have you seen that?
I have not seen that. See, right now, I all I've been following right now is Amelia Watson and Callie so far. Just like I'm still subscribed to all the English HoloLive people, but it's just that like I'm just following.
Speaking of which, did the auditions finally ended for the HoloLive English version too?
Yeah, I think it's been ended, man. I think it's been ended, but like, I don't think they have. I don't think they're gonna announce anyone until like I feel like they're gonna announce the new like the second gen of the HoloLive English in
like the end of this year.
Yeah, in maybe like September, November, something like that.
Yeah, that's kind of like when they debuted the old HoloLive English, but.
HoloLive English, man. They were the only good parts. They were the only good thing that happened in 2020.
Yeah, I mean, man, I think being a HoloLive VTuber must be difficult nowadays because
you have so much competition, man.
Like, not only the auditions, but if you get in and you become a HoloLive VTuber, you have to be automatically friends with all the other ones. But at the same time, you got to keep in mind that they're also your competition.
I mean, like, if you think of it like that, man, that's not healthy. I mean, of course, there's gonna be some competition.
I mean, it's not healthy, but it's kind of sad that I feel like that's the actual reality. Because I mean, it's like you've seen the memes, how everyone's saying that HoloLive is more of an entertainment company than an idol company.
I guess.
I mean, even if they are idols, in Japan, idols compete within each other. Like they don't necessarily work as a group. They're trying to find out who could be the top idol of the group.
Yeah,
and I feel like that goes the same with HoloLive.
Well, like, see, I just keep it vanilla. I just don't think about those things. I try to be like, well, you know what, I'm just gonna like enjoy the stuff. I'm just gonna enjoy
I enjoy the stuff, but
because think about it. If you think too much on it,
well, no, I mean, I don't know why, but I'm thinking of it on the HoloLive VTuber perspective, like the voice behind the mask, type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, like they all had like some of that.
I really shouldn't think of it that way because I'm not, in their shoes, so I don't even know what I'm thinking about.
Dude, because like think about it, man, if you think about it, you're just gonna be more depressed. I mean, like it's not all sunshines and rainbows, but like it's not your problem. I mean, like they had.
That is true.
Yeah, and like I mean, I feel like every one of them has their own way, like ways of dealing with the stress or like just with like the HoloLive thing in general. They have their own like unique ways of dealing with it. And I think they're like, and I think they're doing pretty good. I think they're doing pretty good. And I feel like even if one of them,
yeah, I'm sure they have some arrangements of this is my territory, don't step.
Oh no, not like that. You see, you're still thinking like that, man. I'm talking more like they have hardships, right? But I feel like, even if they do have hardships and they speak out about their hardships, they have a lot of fans that will, truly support them, So like, so they can pull them out of the darkness. So they're kind of Gucci, So like, don't worry about it, man. And if you keep thinking about it that way, then you're just going to make yourself sad, like for no reason. You're basically super cubbing yourself. Why are you super cubbing yourself? Don't super cub yourself.
Well, the only reason why I feel like it's okay to super cup myself is because we just have the announce room for Komi-san can communicate the anime.
Komi-san has her, like, there's Nagatoro has her anime. Uzaki-chan, Takagi, big forehead girl, right? My senpai is annoying. And then we have Komi-san, right? So basically, we're getting all the anime adaptations that we deserve, right? However,
I feel like we're getting all the ones that are mostly mean.
Yeah, but like here's the thing. However, there are some wholesome, good like mangas out there, right? like hey, you know delinquents, right? The delinquents, Yankees, or the Kagos, right? Of the anime or real life Japan, right? You know the ones that have tan skin, blonde hair.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the gyarus.
yeah. So the thing is that like they have some very wholesome and very wholesome and mimi mangas like that, right? They have the Kagos, right, or the Yankees, but it's just that
like my first girlfriend can't be a gyaru.
yeah. But the thing is it's just that they don't have an anime adaptations or we haven't heard anything about that, which saddens me, But I feel like in time, they will get theirs. I feel like they'll get theirs. But speaking of which, man, speaking of new things coming up and all that, I know we both watched Invincible. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah, I mean, okay, I have mixed feelings about Invincible. I feel like it was good, as I mean, it was well animated. I know I have a friend that said that the animation was
Iffy.
it was very iffy. He said that the DC animated movie animations were better than the ones in Invincible, which I disagree. I don't know if you ever seen a DC animated
No, I've
movie.
seen it. I've seen some. I feel
The
like
animations
they're on par
are
with each other.
average. They're average, but I feel like the Invincible's animations were a little bit above average.
I don't know, man. They had those weird 3D CGI shit in the background when they're talking to each other. Like when they're talking to each other, and there's NPCs in the back.
I didn't mind that because it wasn't so horrible looking. I mean, you notice it, but it's just it's not really that bad.
Yeah.
But
dude,
I mean, throughout it has 6-7 episodes, right?
Yeah.
And throughout those 6-7 episodes, I'm thinking, man, this is a very generic superhero, comic book story.
Yeah.
It's following the recipe. It wasn't until the very last episode.
I thought the first episode,
epic fight scene.
I thought the first episode, man, the first episode should have opened your eyes and just you were blind, man.
Well, I mean, I know it had that blood and gore, but I mean, he just wiped out the League of Heroes.
He basically yeeted bootleg Justice League.
Yeah, but say I don't know anything about the members of the bootleg Justice League, so I didn't really care about.
I know, but the gore and the gore factor, or the sudden yeeting of them should say, oh wow, open your eyes. I mean, unless you're just so immune to that at this point.
It was more I'm iffy about it. I mean, I guess the reason it came to that is because I've been reading a lot of comic books from the I think the most recent arc that concluded was Batman the Joker War. That was actually pretty good. I won't get into spoilers about that because I know you don't really read much comic books.
The last comic book I read was what was it? I think it was one of the Amazing Spider-Man comics. Well, because I got that free Marvel trial for a month to read Marvel comics from that Spider-Man PS4 game.
Yeah.
But that's the last comic I read. Yeah.
Well, the last Spider-Man comic I read was the Superior Spider-Man, which I thought was fucking amazing.
See, man, for Invincible, for me, man, I liked it. I liked it, but it's just that I'm not gonna lie, man. You can agree, you can disagree. How do you call yourself invincible when you get dog washed every fucking episode? Think about me.
That's actually what I was gonna go in the detail. You can't call yourself invincible and then get whopped every episode.
And it was every fucking episode. Sure, I understand he just got his powers and he's learning, right? But then I feel like some episodes there was a time skip to show that he was he did some crimes on his off time, right? But at the same time, I'm all he gets dog washed every episode, and then
he gets whopped.
He gets whopped hard, and things the only thing that saves him is he's Viltrum. He's a Viltrum Knight,
Viltrumite.
Viltrumite, right? And he gets fucked, but that Viltrumite blood, it's that is that heart of the cards bullshit, where he don't worry, he's alive. I'm bruh, and the thing is all the thing is, I'm all well, damn, he got wrecked so hard. He even got, remember the episode when they went to fight that robotic Kingpin, right? And
yes, Machine Head.
Machine Head.
That's actually pretty funny.
No,
I fucking love Machine Head. He had that fucking auto-tune voice.
Oh no, yeah. But things he and basically that the Black Stone guy, right, fought him, right? Funny thing is, I'm not sure if you noticed, right, but a lot of the characters in this show, there's been spoilers, but my bad. just
This whole
just to look,
episode,
just to let
this
just to
whole
let just to
podcast
let
is-
you know, everyone, is that like we didn't read the comics of Invincible, but like and some of our friends are like
I think most people.
Yeah,
I think most people didn't.
yeah, most people didn't read them, but like but you have those like superior guys that are like, oh, I read the comics, you should, and they like to make to feel they like to make you feel
yes,
bad.
the gatekeepers.
The gatekeepers, yes. But anyways, though, like the thing is like I realized that a lot of the characters, right, in the show, they're kind of like ripped off. They're not completely ripped off, but they share so much similarities with other heroes. Like, for instance, like like the global the Guardians of the Globe are basically the original Guardians of the Globe were basically bootleg Justice League. Think about it. You have you basically have Soviet Flash. Yeah, you have Soviet Flash, right, Jay?
Right.
And then
I thought he was French.
no, he was Soviet. Dude, he was like because remember there's Olga, and like he spoke in like a Russian accent or like the
I thought it was like a French accent that he spoke. Well, he wasn't really around for long, so I didn't really know.
Anyways, you have Soviet Flash, you have Black Batman, you have what was there? You have fuck, what's it called?
Wonder Woman.
No, it wasn't Wonder Woman. Remember? Okay, who? Okay, remember in the Justice League, right? They have that that superhero. She has wings, and she also has a mace, but she can fly. She's kind of like a Valkyrie in a way. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know what hero I'm talking about?
Yeah. I know who you're talking about. I don't know what her name.
But that's not Wonder Woman. That's basically her, right? And then you have what was there? You have I wouldn't say Martian Manhunter. But like, I wouldn't say that.
Something similar to him.
Yeah,
because he's a Martian.
Yeah,
He's a
I guess. Yeah, the Martian.
And he's shapeshift. So yeah, he's like bootleg Martian Man.
And then you have that black chick that could like kind of like she can phase through stuff. I'm not sure what she. I think there's her, and then you have the Immortal. Well, the Immortal is basically like. From what I've seen, he went through history, like dying and like, becoming a hero and all that, right? But like he's basically almost like. He's kind of like, almost like a bootleg Superman, but not as strong. You know what I'm talking about?
He's not as strong because he can actually die.
Yeah. Call himself immortal, but dies.
Hey, man, his Omni-Man's son called himself Invincible, and he gets whopped every fucking...
Oh, you're right. Oh, but like the thing is, like, so like, okay, back to what I was saying though. Like,
I mean,
look.
Yeah, you can't criticize the show too hard for that because it's kind of hard to make an original.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
but the thing is, yeah, I was just like, I'm not bashing it, but I'm just like noticing a lot of the similarities because I mentioned this. Okay, the black guy who can basically who can basically cover himself in stone, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what that reminded me of? It kind of reminded me of Luke Cage a bit. But it reminded me more of this. Okay, you watched Teen Titans, right? Original Teen Titans?
Yeah, it reminded you of Cyborg.
Remember when Cyborg went to like infiltrate the Hive and he became stone? That's what it reminded me of. I was like, is that Cyborg? And okay, let's be honest here, man. When Invincible fought like Machine Head, right? Machine Head brought back up and basically like, let's be honest here, man. Like okay. I called him Lion-O because he's a fucking lion, right? I called him Lion-O. But like that lion villain, he fucked up everyone. Like he didn't even need anyone else. He fucked up everyone, dog. Let's be honest here.
I did like that one part when Machine Head said, "Well, I don't need to fight you. Why? Because I have money and I bought backpacks."
Woo! And I'm like, damn. And then like, what fucked up part was freaking like what the fuck was that guy called? Okay,
honestly, I think Machine Head was my favorite fucking villain in that whole fucking show, just because of his auto-tune voice.
Yeah, he wasn't stupid. He's like, this was he said this was an Italian what maple or some shit like that, right? This was Italian maple or some shit like that, right?
It was like mahogany. Or
yeah, you broke my test, man. You know how hard is it to? And I liked him because he was evil, but he had a sense of humor and he was just likable. Like he wasn't like some cray like villain, but like. Yeah, like another thing was like but like Lion-O just fucked up the entire like new Guardians of the Globe, and he basically fucked up Invincible, and I'm like, well, damn. The fucked up part was Omni-Man was watching the entire thing. He's like, well, damn,
Oh yeah, well I mean, yeah, it's presumed that. Oh yeah, he was watching it.
Yeah.
Because before his son passed out, you saw him fly away.
Yeah, and the thing is that in that okay, in the movie, right? Like I mean, not movie, my bad, the series. So like in my opinion, right? Funny thing is also you know Adam Eve, right?
Yeah.
Adam Eve, you know what she reminds me?
Like,
you know what she reminds me of?
Scarlet Witch.
No. She reminds me of Gwen Tennyson from Ben 10. She think about it, she looks like her, and her powers are almost very similar. You know, except atoms.
I didn't even know she had power, like, cause like I have seen Ben 10, but it wasn't a show that I liked.
Oh damn!
So I didn't get too much into it. Yeah, I didn't really get too much into it.
Think about this, man. Adam Eve was like the Mary. She was like the Mary Jane of it. Like people when they first saw her, you're like, oh, is Mark gonna ship with her? But they didn't. They didn't ship her with her, right? Because she was kind of being an edgy like teen for some reason.
Edgy teen. I mean, well, she was part of like that world's version of the Teen Titans.
Yeah, so. But and then after that, and then there's fuck, what's her name? Amber, right? Amber was kind of like, I don't know, man. She was just edgy. She was like also edgy, but she was kind of like more like just strong-headed for no reason. And then she got mad at Mark because he kept on dipping. And then she was all like, "Oh, I know you're invincible, Mark." And he's like, "What? Then I knew you were invincible for like 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, or a month ago, right?" And I'm thinking, then why are you mad? Because you lied to me. And I'm like, bruh,
Yeah, I mean, secret identity, superhero. I mean, yeah, it also got me pissed off that she didn't really understand that. And for somebody who's smart, yeah, she should have known that.
She should have known that, revealing your secret identity is kind of like a very serious thing, And then Adam Eve even told Mark, yeah, man, and whenever is the right time for you to tell her, you can tell her, right? But then apparently Amber didn't. I don't know, man. Amber, I didn't like Amber. Like the thing is, when they first introduced Amber, she was just kind of there, and then when they started dating, I was like, okay, cool. He's dating someone, I guess, right? And there was some funny parts when he got home really quick. He's like, hey, son, I'm gonna like to tell you stuff. He's like, and he went up there, with Amber. But like, at first Amber and Mark's like chemistry, like they didn't have enough interactions to market they're going out. But then as the series progressed, I'm like, oh, they had more interactions. I can see them as a couple. But it's just that like Amber was just, I don't know, man. Amber was just not understanding of Mark as thing. She was just like being a bitch about it.
Well, I mean, she's a regular human being. Of course, she's not gonna understand. She doesn't know what the life of a superhero is. But it's just what pissed me off is if she knew he was a superhero, why get mad? Like, why he's dipping, why he's lying to you. So, I mean, and he finally told you the truth, and you should know that every superhero should have a secret.
No, you don't piss me off even more was that like, hey, you know how she was all like at the college, right? She was all like, where were you, Mark? You just left us, right? So the thing is like, during that time, did she knew Mark was invincible, or she didn't know?
No, she did know, because literally after that, that's when she like kind of like broke up with him, and that's why he told him like why he's doing all.
Yeah, so that's what confused me. So I'm like, then why did you do that? By the way, funny thing is, like, you know the voice actor for Rick and Morty? He was in there too. It was funny as shit. He was like, oh no, what are we gonna do, man? Oh no. I was like, oh no, they killed Rick and Morty. Oh no. That guy, that first guy, that pharmaceutical Chad that he killed. What?
I didn't notice. I actually did not notice that.
I recognized the voice, man. I recognized it.
Oh,
dude, how this? You can't lie though. It was kind of funny. Because when you're like when the Invincible first started, right? You're like, is that Thanos?
Yeah, the whatever the
fucking twins. I don't know, man. But all I was all like
little twins.
I was like, is that?
Yeah, they look like fucking Thanos. They didn't even sound like.
Exactly. I'm like, damn. Is this what Thanos is doing now? Like, I guess after he got his ass whooped, like in Endgame, he's here now. He's like, oh,
he just moved to another franchise.
It's funny. Oh no. So like also, I felt really, I didn't know how to feel about, okay, you know how, like, the robot had, like, feelings for the girl?
Oh, Monster Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was weird.
That was weird. I was like, and, like, I feel bad for her, too, because think about it, man, her powers, every time she uses her powers, she's, like, a week younger, And so that's kind of, like, I feel like,
Yeah, it's a blessing and a curse, but more of a curse.
But, like, dude, I feel like, since, like, Remember how like
what I want to know is does she still keep her maturity?
no, she does. She's 25 like mentally, man. Like 25 or 26.
Yeah, because can you imagine if she just turns into like a baby? Is she still gonna think like a 25-year-old or just act like a
Yeah, but if you think about it, man, like you know how like Rupert or the robot, right, got his body back. You know, he got his body back, and like, well, not necessarily. He cloned the Rex Chad dude, right? The Rex Chad guy. He cloned.
Yeah, and just like, yeah, he used his body as a vessel to clone himself, but I mean, he still ended up dying.
Yeah,
like the original.
The original died, but like, you know, he basically he legit made a clone of himself. He didn't like, you know, pass his like thoughts on to the, which is kind of sad, but like, you know, at least he can live a happy life. But like, I feel like now that he's not like, you know, in that like messed up baby like form, right? He's Gucci, you know. He's not in that messed up baby form, so he's, you know, he can like he's Gucci, you know. He has more time. He's not dying, and he can like I feel like he you know, he's a smart guy, and he's only like fucking 30, like, mentally, you know, I guess. And like, you know, so there's, you know, age wise, Monster Girl and the Rupert are not necessarily like, you know, far away in terms of age. So I feel like since he's like now has a human body and he has more time and he's not dying, he can I feel like he can find a way to like, you know, reverse engineer her DNA and be like, you know, make her not age like that, you know.
Yeah. I understand.
But why do you have to betray her though, man? Why do you have to betray the Thanos? I'm like, there was really no point with the betraying Thanos. Like, I was like, why'd you?
Well, because he was still a superhero in the end. He was just using them so he can get that body. And then once that, I mean, he did promise them that little fucking mind controlling device that you put over people.
Yeah.
But he deliberately gave them like a faulty one. And because remember, they tried to use that on Immortal, and Immortal just fuck this. No,
but let's be honest here, man. Like, Like, there was like, I mean, like, sure, you know, he's still a superhero, but like there was like, I mean, think about it, like, there was really no reason to like do this, because like if you think about it, the villains were like, you know, cooperative with him the entire time and gave him what he wanted.
Well, no, only if he made that deal work. I mean, he did bust him out of jail too, so he had to earn their trust. Now, for me, my favorite character in that whole fucking show was Cecil.
Yes.
I fucking love Cecil. It's just, I don't really understand. We have a friend that absolutely hates him for some reason.
But shares his fucking last name. Shares his, like... it's just spelled differently. Remember, Cecil's name is Cecil Stedman. That's his full name.
Really?
Yeah, I'm serious. His full name is Cecil Stedman.
I did not know that. I mean, they just called him Cecil the whole fucking time.
No, his name is Cecil.
I did feel bad for Cecil's assistant.
Yeah, he's all like, it's been an honor, sir. I was like, what?
He had to Higehiro himself.
He Higehiro himself, yeah. But dude, if you think about Cecil, Donald, which is Cecil's assistant, you know what he basically looked like? It reminded me of. He's basically if Bobby from King of the Hill grew up and like got a job as a government agent. That's what he reminded me of.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, I think another thing that I like is that it was J.K. Simmons voicing Omni-Man.
Yeah, but you see that's what happens, man. That's what happens, man. This is what happens if you don't give him pictures of Spider-Man. He finally blew his top. He finally broke. He lost it because you didn't give him pictures of Spider-Man.
Yeah.
He did a really good job though. I like, in my opinion, man. Like he did, J.K. Simmons, right, did a good job, right? I think, and what's the actor's name? Stephen Young or Steven? I'm not too sure. Like the guy who played the Korean actor who played is he Korean? I'm not sure. The Asian actor that played that played Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Oh, that was him that voiced Invincible?
Yeah, that was him that voiced Mark.
Wow, he still sounds young as shit.
And
I'm surprised he could pull that off, because I don't think I can sound as useful as a high school. You know, a high school.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of voice actresses or like, female voice actors that can like do like, you know, their tone is like high and low, so they can kind of go ham, you know. So yeah, man. Sorry everyone for us being like, you know, absent for all this time, you know. I mean, like we don't even have we don't have that much fans to begin with, but you know, for the people who are watching us, thanks for still, you know, keeping up with us and all that.
Yeah, I mean, and hopefully we'll try to keep this thing going, this train rolling more often now that I'm back. mean, if anything, that's really what the main factor why we couldn't do this show as often as we did before.
Yeah, work or looking
Just
for work
simply,
and stuff like that.
it's just simply for work
And life and stuff like that.
But anyways, either way, thanks for joining in to another episode of Doujin Drop. What episode is this? 6?
I don't know 6 or 7. I really don't know, man. But all I know is basically this is a very spoiler episode. So I'm just letting.
Yeah, spoiler intensive episode on so many different things. So
Don't-
I mean, hopefully they got. Hopefully Ted watched everything we just covered.
Yeah, hopefully.
And he's not that upset about. But
Don't worry, I'll put spoilers in the freaking title and like make sure and list all out what to look for in the description. Just for our viewers. But yeah, don't worry, guys. We'll still be here, and we'll talk about anything that comes up in our minds. And I'm T.
And I'm Jay, and thanks for tuning in again.
All right, see ya.